What's going on? It's Justeeni here. This is part 4 of the Zebasi Polysseum, and somehow things keep getting crazier. This time, I matched up against one of the greatest players of all time, Meisterlamp, who goes by this alias. But yeah, you might recognize him as the person with the highest Challenger mode elo currently, and the highest Poly Champions elo by a long shot currently. He's extremely good at the game. So I'm expecting to just get knocked out, honestly, unless a miracle happens. But you know what? We can hope for miracles. Let's get right into things. So I don't find a village though. This isn't the miracle I'm looking for. I get this rider. Oh, dude, where are my villages? I see the opponent got a village just fine. But this is not what I'm looking for when I'm against one of the greatest players. And they can deny me from that city. I get roads as a desperation attempt. Just to deny them the city for a bit. But Meisterlamp knows exactly what to do. I killed this rider. Send everything back. But they know exactly what to do. Textbook. Just pressuring me like crazy. I get the Explorer. And I resign on the spot, because after I unsiege, I will be on 2 cities for the rest of the game, while they have the rest of the map. Really quick start to this, that's not good. Already down, and that was with me hosting. So I'll go ahead and cut to the next match. Alright, so this time, I've got a really nice spawn. I'm not hosting, but I have a really nice spawn. I find a village, and I go for warrior opening. I noticed that Meister was doing this in the first game because I was score counting. And I said, you know what? And it happens to pay off. Because if I didn't go warrior opening, this would have been pretty difficult to win. But instead, this becomes so easy to convert that even I can do it. Because, yeah, this is already losing. This lighthouse commit is actually a little too frisky here. And he tries to stop me from getting that village, but he's stuck on 1 village here. He's not getting a second village. I know where his rider is. I can track it. It has absolutely no chance of doing anything. He's going to kick me off there, but that's it. GG. Okay, so what the heck? First, I had the bad density with host advantage, and now he has the bad density with host advantage. So just like that, set is tied 1-1. This is best 2 out of 3. We're both in losers bracket. This is where it all comes down. I'll go ahead and cut to the next match. Alright, so once again I have host advantage. Truly the set of all time, right guys? Comment below if you also hate Drylands and you think it's a stupid map. This is competitive Polytopia. I didn't vote for this. I got outvoted. I hate Drylands. Anyway. So I have host advantage, and now, okay, I find my village. I just got a little unfortunate. I wish I had more villages, but I get an Explorer, not funneling it, but it goes my way anyway, because I'm just better at the game. Yeah, really good Explorer, it just gives me the perfect information here. And now, I go for this. I know that they have to get roads. They actually can get roads if you do some star counting here. Meister actually has 10 stars here after meeting me. So he can get roads and kick me off. But he decides against it, and the reason why is because it's very expensive. He can't train any units except for like a warrior on his capital. And he can't upgrade his C2. He decides to play more economically. I get climbing precap because I'm like, ooh, haha, funny ruin. And haha, funny ruin's actually pretty good here. I end siege. I'm not going to take the ruin this turn. Come on. Let's be reasonable here. And then I get a pop ruin because I'm better at the game. This is pure skill, by the way. Insanely skillful gameplay. Don't you guys love Drylands? This is literally one of the best players of all time. And they are getting Drylanded. They are completely cut off from the rest of the map, and they have 2 cities to work with. Oh my goodness, they get a giant. Wow, border growth. Seriously, what are they supposed to do? I have 6 cities to their 2. I'm gonna get Eye of God. What are they supposed to do? I'm gonna have 4 monuments to their 2. And 6 cities to their 3. And 4 ruins to their 1. Drylands is totally fair and balanced. Clearly the most skilled player always wins Drylands. I swear, if any of you guys qualify for these Polysseum championships and vote for Drylands, I'm sorry, I'm just really salty. I hate Drylands so much. I think the set encompasses why. Because I get a chance to play one of the greatest players, and this is what the set looks like. Oh my goodness, they're sieging. They're gonna win the city. Wow. It doesn't matter. They take it. They unsiege. Crazy stuff happens. I'll be leaving these replays in the description if you want to see the full game. But yeah, this is just what happens. I get archery. Yeah, I can spam units and win. Fun. There are 8 villages on this map total, and 6 of them were mine. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and cut to the next match. Alright, so this time we are in the losers finals. That means if I win this set, I move on to the grand finals. And the way that the grand finals works is it's a little different. The person that makes it on the winner side, the only advantage they get is host advantage. So it's still a single best of 3 set, and whoever wins it. It's not like typical grand finals where the person coming from the loser side has to win twice. I don't know why they changed it up this time. They just did it like that. So if I win the set, I actually have a pretty decent chance of winning the whole thing, but we're against superficial intelligence. Again, the person that I lost to that kicked me here all the way to loser's bracket, I meet them once again. But this time, maybe luck will be on my side. Like, if I get lucky enough, I can beat one of the best players in the game, but it is not on my side. What the heck? Where are my villages? What am I supposed to do? I'll tell you what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to just play it out and just hope. Because that's all I can do. I funnel this explorer because I desperately need vision. And I see a ruin, I see another ruin. There's a lot of villages here. The density on this side of the map is great. So if I can get over to this side of the map, I'm looking really good. And that's the plan. I dodged the lighthouse through pure skill. This was a misclick, by the way, if you couldn't tell. But now there's pressure on my capital. This is a little inconvenient, but you know what? It's fine. I can deal with it. This is really something. Well, I get this ruin. Okay. I can step on this village. There's a mountain ruin there. That's quite annoying. I get forestry free cap. Warrior. Okay, so they can't siege. Perfect. Wait. Oh my goodness. They can siege. I just got forestry free cap. If I don't get a pop ruin or a star ruin, I lose. I'm making 6 star per turn. There's no way I can unsiege this. And I get a vet sword. But you guys might be thinking, why aren't you resigning? Why is there a turn 11 that you can see there? Well, it's because I can unsiege through chopping all of my forests. Every single one of them. Look at how many animals I had to chop. I had to chop all of them. I unsiege with 0 stars remaining. Okay, I unsiege, but I just ruined my entire long-term economy. How am I supposed to win this? Well, I can rely on mistakes like that. They didn't expect a vet sword. I get climbing ruin, so then I can gamble some more. Explorer, get some vision. I mean, hold on. We're both on 4 cities. There's another one here and here, so if I can really fight, which I can, I've got the vet sword. It's gonna be a 5-on-5. Wait, is this playable? After losing all of my forests. Well, I lose this though. That sucks. Yeah, there it is. That gets captured. I just take out that rider. I'm gonna try to pressure really, really hard here. I don't even have roads. I was like barely hanging on by a thread. They get the ruin, connect everything, get another giant. This is quite the uphill battle. How can I do anything here? Well, I get this ruin. Okay, that's pretty nice. And I'm gonna start to pressure a little bit. I get roads. I can pressure. Pressure. Oh my goodness, siege. This is really uncomfortable, actually. This is really uncomfortable. I get some more units. Sacrifice some units here. Which is a mistake. They could have done that with only sacrificing none of the units, actually. Just stay with the warrior first. So pretty big misplay here, sacking 2 units that didn't need to be sacrificed. And then here, hold on. I managed to find an incredible sequence of moves here. Bouncing on the capital, not taking the ruin. Siege. 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 And unfortunately I can't reach there because I misplayed. If I used the correct rider, I could have gotten a quintuple siege, but we take what we can get. Quadruple siege. And I take the city. Oh my goodness. I had to chop all of my forests just to not lose the game. And then, out of nowhere, I quadruple siege for the win. But it's not over yet. It's a best 2 out of 3, so I still gotta win another game. I'll go ahead and cut to the next match. Alright, what is with these spawns? There are mountains everywhere. I have host advantage at least. And I have a lighthouse spawn, but it's kind of laughing at me. It's really just giving the opponent free info, while I can barely even make use of the lighthouse. Thanks, Polytopia. Very funny. And it laughs at me even more. What is this? I get climbing. Where are my villages? Why does this keep happening? So, I have 0 villages near my capital. So what's the play here? I see a ruin. And I workshop. Why do I workshop? I always emphasize get vision, get vision. Vision's really important, but I workshop here for a very specific reason. You'll see why in a little bit. I take advantage of that overextended warrior. I have to take advantage of every little thing if I even want a chance at winning this. I train another rider, knowing that they're not going to advance. And I get a star rune. Okay, that's huge. That is huge. That's probably the best thing I could have gotten. Might even be better than pop here. And I get mining. Oh my goodness, wait. Mining is kind of insane here. The border growth is amazing. But this is a really, really loose defense here. But I can do some stuff. I can't quite step on this village. I get a warrior. Unfortunately, I'm not keeping this city, and I skipped this. This is not a misclick this time. This is intentional. I want that lighthouse. Because I need that giant. I get that giant, get those resources, and I'm prepared for the next giant. And I am saving 4 extra stars, because I'm expecting the siege, and I'm going to unsiege with the giant. Because, swag, I don't know. Except, I'm not going to unseat for the giant. I want a vet assign. 2 out of 3 kill rider. I have to take advantage of every little bit of value I can squeeze in this situation. There's the second giant. Turn 10. Really slow. I'm on 2 cities. I'm going to get this third one at least, but 3 cities? Are you kidding me? We just saw a set against Meister where 3 cities was completely meaningless with the best player ever. So how am I supposed to win with 3 cities? Well, let's try and make it not 3 cities with less pressure, and let's get Smithery. Yeah, I got Smithery pre-cap last turn, by the way. And Smithery does a few things here. Not only do I get this beautiful forge, but this will probably be like one of the first times you ever see Zebasi Swordman. I get an Explorer, get some really nice vision here. My first Explorer of the game on turn 13. And I see capital has not been revealed, by the way. That is just 5 villages. That means Superficial has at least 6 cities. I can kill some units, and I spam the swords because I'm down a ton of cities. How can I possibly keep up with the units? Swords. Swords! There's a veteran sword. Okay, I don't keep that city, but I do keep this one, and this city is pretty good because it's got a mine. I think you guys know where I'm headed with this. I'm upgrading that. 1 monument plus a forge is another giant. I have 3 super units so far. This just giant gets rotated in. This is actually really bad though. Vet, siege, sword coming in. 1 kill, another one with 1 kill. Get a warrior here just to keep defense. Use gate of power. Push. That's like my last monument though. Unless I can somehow get Grand Bazaar here, which probably is not happening. But I have 4 cities. This can't be sieged yet thanks to some zone of control. They back up the giant because I have to defend. So I'm doing a good job holding on to things. It's really messy. But I get this siege, and this is pretty much unsiegeable. Or unbreakable. Send this giant up. And, you know, I kind of just space things away. I keep this giant on the mountain to still have some sort of pressure. And we see archery. Absolutely crazy stuff. Sword dies. And then this advance. How do I defend this? I have to back up all my giants and then lose the city and then take it back. And a giant here just to hold on so I can't attack straight into them. But I at least get this city. And obviously I'm going to pressure. I don't care about this giant. I'm going to pressure. But I'm going to do more than just pressure. I'm setting all these giants up. I'm also using these swords to the giant. I'm keeping the sword here to force both the giants to commit. Very important I force both of the giants to commit here. The border growth giant here, I forced that out. Forced a lot of chopping. A lot of defense. Where Superficial does not want to be defending. We see another giant all the way here. This giant goes back on defense. I rode in, send the sword right in, see the capital. And while I am up in cities just temporarily, that's not going to last. Except maybe it will, if I take the city. Because it's very unlikely there's going to be another on siege. And I'm sending all this pressure, ignoring this completely. But then this is a problem now. My position's rapidly falling apart. But their position is too. And it's just going to be a race to the capital. But my capital is safe. This capital is not safe at all, let me tell you. This gets sieged. These 3 giants are all misplaced. And so it's this one. 4 giants misplaced, wandering around. I'm actually down in super units here, but the positioning is what really matters here. All of my super units have one goal. Take the capital. And this is a tough unsiege. There is a way to Justeeni, I believe. Yeah, if you don't hit this, you have to hit this instead. There's a Justeeni that I did leave, but if they Justeeni, I actually still win, which is really funny, because this pressure is just that devastating. But after the capture, now all these cities can be connected for another giant, but I'm just gonna immediately re-siege like nothing happened. And in this crazy situation where these two cities are completely neglected, it doesn't matter because the capital is getting taken down. And that's gonna do it for this part. Finally, a 2-0, the first one in this entire series. So I'm gonna be in the grand finals, coming in from the loser side. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.